Hello again, and we're continuing the activity list by doing the activity ID, the activity name, and also we are doing the original duration together. But you can only finish the activity list and then later on go with the duration, go with the resources, go with the sequencing. But we are trying to do whatever we can do because this is a small project, so we can work in this way as well. So just as a refresher, we will go back to the drawings to know how to continue the activity list for such WBS, which is the structural. As you are going to see here, from even the architectural drawings, you are going to know the levels. And from the structural drawing, you are going to know the details. This is the architectural drawings, and you are knowing the levels. It's only 2 levels. If you're going to see the sections, it's 1 level. Which is the ground level, and there's a roof, so there's no much surfaces and there's no much of excavation as you have known from the structural drawings as well. And these are the details for the structural drawings. So most probably after doing the footings there would be a slab on grade, but before the slab on grade there would be waterproofing and backfilling and then a slab on grade. So if you are going to imagine how you always should do whenever you're working on the schedule, you should imagine how the site will work. Really, sometimes, especially fresh grads or not even that experienced, or even a new project for you, you are not familiar with it. So it's okay, and it's totally normal to go to ask the construction manager, and he will tell you how he's going to do it. And from what you understood from your chat and from your meetings and from whatever you recorded, you will understand how he's going to work and how he's going to achieve it. And you should put it into a schedule. And your main task here is the integration between the different departments and making sure that you are going to finish with the contractual times and achieving the contractual milestones. Even if you are so familiar with the project and you have done it several times before, you always should make sure and you should involve the team from day one with the schedule to get their buy-in and to believe that the schedule is achievable, and they are involved in making the schedule, so they will totally believe it and get the buy-in easily. So in case if you don't know, it's okay. It's okay if you did a mistake even. It should be revised with the construction manager. He might have a different methodology, which is not the normal methodology, for example. In such case, you should implement it as well in the schedule. So continuing, it's not normal that to be right or wrong, but we are saying how to continue such an example. We are talking about the details, even the experience, how to do such a thing. So after the footings and the column neck, usually whenever you're doing the activities, always make sure that you're trying to separate a different material whenever you're planning your materials. For example, the blinding concrete is different material totally than the footings and the column necks. So that's why you separate both into. That's way better in order you can control it. You can see it better. There will be sometimes, but not in this case, there will be totally different manpower. But for example, to be clear, in the next activity you're going to add, this is totally different, which is waterproofing. For we can press and do not show this weathered again and try to change directly in this window. We will try to do it now, so it will not show again, but here it says select user preferences under the edit menu in order to bring it again if you ever want it. So do not show this weathered again. Finish. We will name it waterproofing, and it's preferred to specify where, in order, because you might have another waterproofing, so exactly to know how and which activity is working for which and in which time sequence from reading the activity name alone. So we'll write it waterproofing for the footings and the column neck and the column neck. You can just finish the activity list, or you can just assume a date now, or take the date from the construction, or use the resources and get the productivity. You can say this will take, for example, 1 day primer according to what you are going to add. So we will give it 6 days, which is too much. We can keep it 5. Anyhow, or we'll keep it 6 for now, because later on we might compress the schedule, so at least we know in which activity we are going to compress. You should always keep this in mind as well. Now to link this to, we can only now continue the activity list as normal and then do the linking later. But this you'll see it most probably in the MEP activities more in the structural, because it's not directly finished to start, especially in a large project. But in a small project, even the structure activities, the main relationship is finished to start. You're finished the footing in the column next 8 days, then you're going to start, because even the area is small. You cannot work waterproofing together with the footings and the column neck. So there's a lot of consideration while you're doing the activities. So that's why you should always keep it in mind. So most probably the relation will be finished to start. And by selecting both activities, you can use Control and select both activities, and then right click, link activities. This will put the relationship of finish to start, as you see here from the relationship tab. There's different tabs, and here you are going to see the relationship finish to start. The lag, you can add a lag, for example, after footings and the column neck. By 3 days, for example, for curing for the concrete, you are going to start the waterproofing for the footings and the column neck. So now if you press